Welcome to the next video in my Whiteboard Wednesday series, and today we're continuing with the theme of techniques to engage our audience with our content. And this one comes from various people who ask me about bringing humour into our communication. So today's communication tip is asking the question, do we include humour or do we not? And the first thing I would say is that it's completely down to personal preference. Because if you're someone that's naturally quite funny, you sort of tend to land jokes quite well, it always tends to go down quite well, then it might be a great tool and technique for you to use in your presentations or maybe in your meetings as well. Similarly, if you're someone that can quite easily style out an awkward moment, so if you do put humour out there but it doesn't quite land how you wanted it to, being able to really sort of slyly style it out and move on from that situation is a powerful tool to have as well. If you feel that you want to bring humour into your presentations but you haven't really done it before, try not to make the most important presentation that you've got coming up or that meeting where you need to present something back as the moment where you try out this new technique. The last thing you want to do is alienate your audience and have that awkward moment going through the room. Now, I think I'm more funny than I actually am. So there's been many occasions when I have put a joke out there when I'm presenting, maybe I'm delivering training, and it hasn't landed, but luckily I feel like I can style it out relatively well, but I don't really feel that awkward with it. I think it depends on personal preference and how you deal with those situations. Because the last thing that you want to do is end up with this. Nothing. Silence. An awkward silence. I'm very aware that the whiteboard has nothing on it today. That's the whole purpose of this Whiteboard Wednesday. Because all I'm going to do today on the whiteboard is draw a tumbleweed. I have no idea if this really looks like a tumbleweed rolling through the room. You know, you've got little specks coming off of it. Da 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 da. It's an awkward moment. You put a joke out there, it doesn't quite land. This silence fills the room and it feels like there's tumbleweed running through it. And you think, what on earth am I going to do now? That is what you want to avoid. So really the question is, do we include humour? Do we not? It's up to you. It's personal preference. Don't let that important presentation or meeting be the first time that you attempt humour when you haven't done it before. But if it's something that you want to start testing out, then test it out on other people and then try it in your communication style as well. Hopefully that's been useful. It's completely up to you. Let me know how you get on with included humour in your communications. If you found this video useful, check out even more ways to upgrade your impact by subscribing to my YouTube channel.